90 Day Fiance?
Yeah, it seemed kind of sad with Fernanda, but to me, I think she just overreacts too much. I mean, just because John leaves for 45 minutes, it's not the end of the world.
Okay, so Fernanda is from Mexico. John is American.
Right.
Jonathan, he goes out with his friend Steven, and he's talking about his life, and da-da-da, and Fernanda is calling, and he doesn't answer. So at first you think, oh, well, this guy's just going out after work for like an hour with his buddy, and Fernanda is at home, and, she's overreacting. But then you really start to think about it. Jonathan comes home, and he says he works a 14-hour day, and then he wants to go out and relax afterwards. Your 19-year-old fiance that you brought over here from Mexico cannot drive, cannot work legally in the country, cannot really leave the house, can't do anything. She's basically on house arrest in that house, stuck alone with no family, no friends, no nothing. You work 14-hour days and you want to stay out? You want to leave this girl alone for 15 hours? 16 hours, 17 hours in a day, the whole day. So she's confined to this house alone, and you're out, having a drink, living your normal life. You're interacting with people. You go to your job, you're talking to people. You go out with your friend, you're talking to your buddy. And then you come home and you wonder why she's mad. Like, come on, man. Forego the trips to the bar until the weekend and bring her with you. Or don't bring her with you, but at least you're there. Like, say you're working 14-hour days Monday to Friday. On Saturday, hang out with her in the morning, go see your buddy in the afternoon, and then spend the evening with her. Then everything works out. This is relationship advice that I'm giving to you, Jonathan from 90 Day Fiance. How can you expect her not to be mad when you work 14 hours a day? That's a long day.
It's very long, yeah.
And then she calls you because you're still not home when you're supposed to be, and you don't even answer her calls. You don't text her back, nothing. I mean, that's not cool. It's not cool. I understand why Fernanda's upset. I'm Team Fernanda all day. I don't like Jonathan really from the jump. And Fernanda, she was in the right. You said she was maybe overreacting, but think about her circumstance where she's stuck. She can't do anything. She's on house arrest.
All right, but you don't need to be like crying and like it's the end of the world.
Just because you don't react with tears doesn't mean she shouldn't react in that way. You'd be upset, would you not? You'd be upset. You're in a foreign country. You barely speak the language.
I don't know if I'd be that upset. You should be appreciative of what you've been given. No? This is what she wants, no? And now she doesn't want it?
Well, she wants him to come home when he can, when he's done work. Antoinette agrees with me. Not cool at all, she says. She says Fernanda is very mature for her age. But he does support her, which Antoinette says. He does support her. Yeah, but financial support. How about emotional support as well?
Hey, he mentioned he got her the boob job.
That's not emotional support.
Physical support.
Buying breast implants for someone is not emotional support. And who were those for?
Maybe
were those for her or for him?
Probably both.
Probably both. Antoinette says she needs her a man that's that nice.
So what?
Find you a man that'll buy you breast implants. That's what you're looking for, I guess. I don't know.
So John's nice?
He seems nice.
Okay.
I think Antoinette likes him. I guess. AJ's in the house. He says he's rocking the Christmas tunes at work and he can hardly hear the boys yapping. Well, turn the Christmas tunes down, AJ. It's 90 Day Fiance time. Ashley and Jay had quite a time this week. Ashley's friend Natalie shows up at the door. She doesn't want her to marry Jay for some reason. Natalie says Jay's a cheater and can't support her. And then Natalie said something that was my favorite line on 90 Day Fiance. Natalie says, I feel like the bull waving the flag right now.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said. Ashley's friend Natalie apparently doesn't understand bullfighting. She thinks the bull is the one that waves the flag.
Well, she is big, but I think she's confused.
She's very confused. The bullfighter, he's the one that waves the red flag and goes, Toro, Toro, you know? And then the bull charges. But Natalie thinks it's just a bull with hooves waving a flag.
You know,
How stupid are you?
I think she was upset. They were in a very
No, she's an idiot. No, I don't care how upset you are. If you say, I feel like the bull waving the flag, you're a moron. What's going on there?
I think she just messed up. That's it. It was a botch.
Oh, man. I don't know why she's so hung up on Ashley not marrying Jay either. What's the problem there? Seemed like a lovely couple.
You know, jealousy maybe, possibly?
I think she is jealous. She's jealous of Ashley and Jay. Jealous of both. And then Ashley stormed off in her little scooter, which was hilarious. That scooter. Jay and Ashley then went to Vegas to get married. Jay says he likes Vegas more than Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. To which I say, no shit, Jay.
He can't gamble, though.
He can't gamble or drink because he's 20 years old.
It's kind of rough.
Ashley, of course, can gamble and drink because she's like 31. So she's having a party. Larissa and Colty, always a good time on 90 Day Fiance. Larissa tried to be nice to Colty so they could stay together. She was like, hey, Colty, how you doing?
She put the ring back on.
I put the ringy back on. I love you, Colty. Ooh, 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 Colty.
Well, she was kind of, very apologetic.
Oh, yeah, because she's like, man, he's going to send me back to Brazil. I better stay here. So then they made up, Colty was going to buy a plane ticket back to Brazil, but she convinced him to let her stay. And then they go out with Angela and Andrew, the friends of Colty. And Larissa gets really mad that Colt doesn't compliment her more. And Angela and Andrew feel awkward because they have this big fight right in front of them. Larissa's like, why don't you compliment me more, Colty? You should be complimenting me first, Colty. And it's like a whole big thing. Very strange.
It's always been a strange relationship, and I think it's just going to get weirder.
I don't think they're going to last.
Well, he's already next strike, you're out. I mean, it just feels like it's only a matter of time.
I think currently they're together, but it's not gone well. I think they are married, but it's not a healthy marriage. Speaking of unhealthy, Steven and Olga. Oh, man, this was terrible. Steven wants to get U.S. citizenship. He's in Russia with Olga and baby Richie, which is their child. Steven takes the baby to get his citizenship at the U.S. Embassy while Olga waits outside because she's not allowed to go in. Steven then gets the baby the American passport and decides that he wants to take the baby, who's like a month old maybe, away from his mother and back to the United States with him.
It was rough when they were sitting together and he was like, yeah, I'm doing this, too bad. And she kind of just walked away crying. That was rough.
Yeah. It made me want to reach through the TV and beat Steven to death. I did not like that at all. What the hell are you thinking? This kid is not right. This kid is, there's something definitely wrong with him. I really don't like him. I think I hated him more than Lita this week, and that's hard to do. Do not take the baby away from the mother. That is crazy. Leave the baby in Russia. Go back to the States. And when you can get the K1 visa for Olga, bring the whole family over if that's what you want to do. But if I were Olga, I would break ties with Steven, never let him see his son again, and stay in Russia and try to disappear because Steven seems terrible.
Well, and that's his concern too, that he doesn't want his son not knowing his dad.
Yeah, well, I think that'd be best.
Possibly.
I think in some cases it's for the best. And with baby Richie, I think it is for the best. Steven is scary.
A little bit. He seems to get violent.
Seems like he could be abusive.
Yeah.
Don't like him. Kalani and Aseulu, from one terrible couple to my favorite, Aseulu. Kalani's pretty mean to him. Although you can understand why Kalani's upset. She's pregnant again. So she got pregnant the first time and then brought Aseulu from Samoa all the way back to the U.S. to be with their baby Oliver. And now Kalani is pregnant again because, of course, Aseulu, as we learned in past episodes, does not want to use condoms because they're for slut people, as he called them. So Aseulu not using condoms, and then whoops, Kalani's pregnant again. Kalani is devastated, which you can understand. You just had one, and then, uh-oh, here comes another. Oh, boy. I was watching that with my girlfriend, and our son was asleep in the other room, and we're like, oh, yeah. I feel you, Kalani. That would be scary, too. But I also felt for Aseulu because he was happy about it. And, you know, I would be happy about it, too, maybe, you know, for Aseulu. Like, you understand? Because, you know, I'm not the one going through the whole birthing process. The men don't get pregnant with the kids. It's not us that have to do all that stuff. It's the women. So Aseulu more happy that Kalani is pregnant. Kalani more upset that she's pregnant, which you can understand both perspectives there, and or at least I can. I don't know if you...
Well, I can understand what you went through. I guess just looking to see how you were, and you seem kind of stressed out a lot.
What do you mean? When?
I think it was, what, in 2016 or 17?
I wasn't stressed out. While she was pregnant, I was fine. Once the baby came, that's when the stress shows up. That's when it's like, uh-oh. I gotta take care of this little animal.
Well, I remember the day of.
So do I. All right, let's not go back and rehash all these past memories. We're getting comments here. Wally says, AJ, he's going to set you up with an Irish girl and you can move to Ireland for 90 days. That would be fantastic. AJ on the show, although I don't think they have Canadians. It's like an American foreign thing. AJ wants us to review The Office. He says it's the best show ever, and 90 Day is a wacky show and sounds very disturbing, but he wants to apply. He says it would be great for the ratings, which I agree. I think if AJ found himself on 90 Day Fiance, it would be great for Ringside Report Radio. Lita and Eric. Lita blaming the daughter for everything. Of course, Lita kicked out Tasha, who was on the lease with her and Eric. Eric thinks his relationship with his daughter will resolve itself in time, and he's worried that Lita's going to run back to Indonesia. My advice to Eric is let her run back. She's terrible. Eric gets a haircut with his father. His father seems very concerned that Eric is kind of breaking ties with his children for this new evil woman from Indonesia. Lita and the ex-wife of Eric, Tanya, have a meeting. Lita blames Tanya's daughter, Tasha, for everything. And Tanya doesn't seem too impressed. And Tanya informs Lita that Eric's kids don't want to go to their wedding. And Lita doesn't care. Says, fine, I don't want them there anyways, whatever. Lita is awful.
Well, this is nothing groundbreaking.
No, this is nothing new with her. It's just the terrible Lita story continues. Awful.
If anything, you're kind of hoping they don't get together because you just know it's going to be a horrible mess. Some people just shouldn't be together.
Oh, they are together.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, they're a terrible couple. I don't like either of them. And then there was a 90-day live show, which I did watch. Molly from the past season, you know, Molly and Luis.
Right.
She was on wearing a dress where she was showing off one of her bras because she sells bras, right?
I look at you said brar.
Brar. I like saying brar. I think that's the way you should say it.
If Braun Strowman would.
Brar. And she revealed that Luis, the Dominican dude who lives in her house and was married to her for a while, is now married and expecting a child.
But not to her.
No, not with her. With
Okay.
somebody else. She doesn't know who it is.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. And that was pretty much it. Jesse Meester was on the show. Still a narcissist, that guy. You know, from Jesse and Darcy.
Oh, yeah. That was all right.
Awful guy.
They didn't get together, though.
No, they're not together anymore.
So, why was he there? Like,
Because he desperately wants to get back on 90 Day Fiance.
oh, okay, the comebacks. That's what
He's just desperate to get back on the show, even though no one is really into him. He was kind of hinting at, like, maybe there's a woman in New York or somebody in the States that he's interested in that he might get together with for the show.
I'm sure the show tried to push him and Molly together, but I don't think that would work.
I think that would be terrible. Although, what a season that would be. Just put X 90 Day cast members who broke up with their people with other people that broke up with their people and see how it works out.
It'd be great as if you have like same couples too. They're just like different relationships now.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy for the tell-all.
that'd be a fun show.